The Reserve Bank's Bank Supervision Department oversees and promotes the safety and soundness of banks and the banking system. In its latest report, it says tests have shown the country's banks have high capital and liquidity buffers to withstand the effects of the recent downgrades.
While the banks are part of the economy, I think we in South Africa can be confident and comfortable that it is highly unlikely for the banks to be the epicenter of the problem. The problem may come from somewhere else, may come from political uncertainty, may come from abroad, may even come from a natural disaster or a major terrorist activity. But the source of the problem is not likely to be the financial sector in South Africa. Whereas the global financial crisis, the source of that was within the financial sector.
Banks have so far been fined 146 million rand for weak control measures in monitoring transactions. He says legislation to further strengthen the monitoring of transactions of prominent influential persons is weeks away from being implemented. The Financial Intelligence Centre Act Amendment Bill has already been signed by President Jacob Zuma.
The regulations are likely to be issued by the Ministry of Finance shortly, and we will be implementing that, some of it from June, July, some of it from October, some elements of the bill. So that's a huge step forward for South Africa.
Then there's the implementation of the long-awaited Financial Services Regulation Bill, which aims to better regulate the sector.
Yesterday, the National Council of Provinces passed the Financial Sector Regulations Bill. There were 2 or 3 fairly minor technical amendments, so it has to go back to the National Assembly. But we're quite confident that in about a month's time, the National Assembly will approve the reconciled Financial Sector Regulations Bill, and then it will ascend to the President for signature.
Asked how the Reserve Bank would respond to a state bank, Naidoo says the central bank would have no objections as it focuses on protecting deposit holders irrespective of who owns the bank. Devin Murrigan, SABC News, Johannesburg.